At any age, we can learn and grow, especially financially. And budgeting is something that definitely needs to be a part of your life, especially if you want to take your finances to the next level, if you want to reach financial goals, or just have a certain lifestyle that you don't want to change. Hi friends, welcome to Moms and Money, where we talk about making money, managing money, and saving money for the women in the household. Hi friends, long time no chat. I know, but your girl is back. And today we're going to be talking about 5 budgeting principles, timeless budgeting principles that never change. Now, first, before we dive into what those 5 things are, in my opinion, budgeting has been a part of my life for more than a decade at this point. Actually, my whole career, I was involved in budgeting at a corporate level when I did corporate accounting for 10 years. And then I was a senior business analyst, a financial business analyst for 5 years after that, before I retired from corporate America altogether and started working for myself, going on 4 years. So in 2024, in March of 2024, it'll be 5 years. And I'm really, really proud of myself for that. And so I say all that to say that budgeting has been a greater part of a lot of my life and my career and studying in school. I have my degree in finance. And so even though budgeting is very popular and trendy online now, I have been talking about budgeting for quite some time. Almost 8 years ago, when I first started my first YouTube channel, I talked about budgeting and how important it is and how life-changing it is. Okay, because budgeting is something that you really don't get taught in school how to do. And usually whatever example your parents set for yourself is what you end up doing in your real life. But you know what? At any age, we can learn and grow, especially financially. And budgeting is something that definitely needs to be a part of your life, especially if you want to take your finances to the next level, if you want to reach financial goals, or just have a certain lifestyle that you don't want to change. And this has nothing to do with how much money you make, how much money you spend, because at the end of the day, every corporation in America, or on this globe really, has a budget. Apple makes trillions of dollars, literally trillions of dollars. Well, not trillions, but billions of dollars. They have a budget that they work in and around. So if those companies can do it, there's no reason why you should incorporate it and do it for yourself as well. All right, without further ado, and in no particular order, these are the 5 budgeting principles that are timeless and never change. Number 1, and to me, this is the most important one out of all of them. I said these weren't in any particular order, but they are. Of course, I started with number 1 because to me, if you don't have this down packed, budgeting or your budget is not going to help you or your life. And that is spending less than you earn. Okay, the whole point of the budget is for you to see what you're spending and try to decrease your spending or increase your income so that you always have a positive cash flow, meaning you have more money coming in than you have going out. And it's easier said than done. A lot of people don't realize how you could be in a negative cash flow for months and months and months until it all starts coming to a head where you can't afford to do the things or pay your bills or do the things that you want to do because your income is low. And sometimes that takes months to show up in your account, especially if you just, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, or you're just, not paying attention to every single thing that comes out of your account, really not paying attention to when you get paid and all that kind of stuff. So you definitely need to spend less than you earn in order to have a successful budget, because having the budget alone is what is going to help you take control of your finances. I mean, you can have the budget, but if you're not spending less than you earn, then there's no point, because your budget is not going to help you get to that next level. It's not going to help you manage your finances. It's not going to help you have a better relationship with money. So you definitely want to spend less than you earn and make sure that you're in that positive cash flow. And there's many ways that you can do that. I believe I've even made videos about cutting back on your expenses and stuff like that. Check the description box for those videos. Number 2, and this is a non-negotiable. Okay, and I feel like I don't know. These days, some of the things that I hear or see online, it makes me cringe when it comes to financing and budgeting and stuff. And I'm not saying that everybody else is wrong and my way is the only right way, but I just feel like this is really important. This is a non-negotiable, okay? And that is saving for an emergency fund and having that be a part of your budget, okay? These are timeless. Like I said, it doesn't matter what's trending, what's popular right now. These things are stuff that you need to incorporate in your budget for it to be successful. So saving for an emergency fund is a must. It's a non-negotiable. And I can give you testimony after testimony from me personally, or us, me and my husband and my family personally, how having an emergency fund has literally saved us so much money, saved us from going into debt so many times, and it's so important, okay? So basically what an emergency fund is, you put a little bit of away to cover for expenses that come up out of nowhere, okay? So basically you wanna have at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved away in case anything were to happen, job loss, especially in today's market. Okay, I feel like the world is on fire. Like the world is on fire. Okay, so, and it's like these kinds of things, like an emergency fund, it helps put your heart at ease in case anything were, God forbid, happen with your family. Like I said, job loss, income loss, or your income, drastically changes suddenly, or you have a really unexpected expensive expense that came out of nowhere from either car troubles, or if you own a home, like needing a new hot water heater, or your washing machine blew out, or anything like that can happen that can cause your normal budget to just get out of whack and spend way too much or to put yourself into debt. That emergency fund is right there to help you. Leave a comment down below and let me know, when have you been thankful that you've had an emergency fund? Or if you don't have one, at what point did you wish you had one? And plus, it's never too late to start saving one anyway. Number 3. This is another big one. You know what? All of these are big, okay? All of these are important and big as I'm sitting here talking, but number 3 is reconciling your budget. Because what's the use in you making this beautiful budget, okay, whether it be on pen and paper or online using a software, an Excel like I personally do, what is the use in making it if you don't sit and reconcile it? And what that basically means is you're tracking all of your expenses and your income that come in that flow through your budget. It means that you're tracking it and you're reviewing it regularly. Okay, so at least you're doing it every month, or maybe you do it every time you get paid. Maybe you do it bi-weekly. As long as you're in there regularly, checking what you're spending, seeing what you're doing, because the budget is just a template, right? Your budget is your example of what you want to do with your money. That doesn't mean that's gonna happen. It's just what you want it to do, right? You want your income to be a certain amount. You want your food expenses to be a certain amount. Let's not even talk about groceries, girl, because listen, it's crazy. You want your personal spending to be certain. Of course, your mortgage and stuff like that. Sometimes they fluctuate, and other things like your mortgage do not. So you know exactly, or your rent. So you know exactly how much that's gonna be. But if you don't go in there and make sure that's what you're spending, like if you said I only wanted to spend $100 on going out to eat this month, but then when you go down and reconcile your budget, you're tracking it, you spent $120. Well, that $20 has to come from somewhere. So that means, maybe the next month you won't spend as much. It all depends on what kind of budgeting you do. But no matter what type or kind of budgeting you do, you have to get in there and track your expenses, track your income, review it regularly, reconcile it so that you know you're actually doing what you plan to do with your finances. And that's where the budget comes in. Number 4. This is another big one. You prioritize your needs over your wants. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like goal setting is an important part of budgeting. That should be a part of everybody's budget. What your income goals are, what your goals are as far as what you want to spend, what your goals are for investing, what your goals are for savings. Because essentially, that's what a budget is, right? It's a bunch of little mini goals. Okay. That's not saying that your budget doesn't automatically make your income and your money do what it's supposed to do. Your budget is essentially just goals. Every single month or every week, however you budget, where you want your income to be this, you want to spend this, you want to save this, you want to invest this, but you have to actually do it. And prioritizing your needs over your wants is crucial. Okay, so not going out and splurging or engaging in retail therapy to make yourself feel better because maybe you had a bad day or a bad week. That's not a healthy way financially to heal yourself, you know? And so doing those things like prioritizing your needs will make it so that, you know, you are not overspending in areas that you don't need to overspend for. Okay, you don't have to go out to eat and spend so much money on food every single month. Even though the groceries are so high right now that it's to the point where I feel like I'm being gaslit. Like, I remember what the prices were pre-pandemic. I know what the prices were just last month for it to be up so much. You know, it's frustrating, and I get that. And we do have to adjust our budgets to accurately reflect how much groceries cost. But at the same time, you do have to make sure that you're prioritizing your needs. Okay, so, you know, you don't have to eat filet mignon every night. And I'm not telling you to go out and eat rice and beans. Don't get me wrong. Enjoy your life, enjoy your food. But at the same time, depending on what your goals are, you want to just align that budget to reflect that. And prioritizing your needs over your wants is a must. Number 5, last but not least, but this is very important too, because I feel like a lot of people who get intimidated by thinking about a budget or get scared or just feel like, you know, out of sight, out of mind, I don't want to deal with it. And I think it's because shame is so much associated with it. And shame is one of those feelings that will stop you from doing anything in your life. Shame and fear, those are two of the biggest negative emotions. And a lot of people don't think about that when it comes to money. But financially, if you feel shameful, or if you're afraid to even see what's going on, that's gonna stop you from even creating a system. And that's what I'm saying that number 5 is. Create a system that works for you. Not everybody's system will work for you. You've gotta play around and see what works for you so that you'll actually do it. Okay, get rid of that shame, get rid of that fear. Like I said, just because I do something one way doesn't mean you have to do it. I'm just sharing the knowledge that I have with things that have worked for me and my professional career that have helped several other people. Maybe it'll help you, but maybe there's another way that somebody else does that helps you. That's okay. Or maybe you come up with your own system. You modify it so that it works for you. But creating a system that works for you is the way that you will be consistent, because consistency is key. Keeping up with it, doing it every single month or every week or every time you get paid. Just go in there and see what's going on. If you slip up, if you had a bad month, it's okay. Forgive yourself and try to challenge yourself to do better the next month or the next time you reconcile your budget. Okay, just be conscious of your spending. Be a conscious spender, because it's hard out here. Everything is overpriced and expensive right now, and it's tough. Another thing that you can do is you can work on your income. Work on that side hustle, creating a side hustle. There's so much information online these days on side hustles and, you know, how to make extra money online and how to make money from home. There's no excuse for you but your own fear. You're just standing in your own way. Okay, so those are the 5 principles, timeless principles of budgeting that I feel like never ever change. Leave a comment down below and let me know if I missed anything or if there are other ones that you want to add or what your favorite one was from this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out, and I will see you guys in the next video.